Social protection is an emerging concept and a tool being employed the world over to address issues of vulnerability, exclusion, and extreme poverty. In Ghana, a social protection policy was launched in June 2016 with 5 key interventions identified as flagship social protection programs. That is, the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty Program, LEAP, the Labour Intensive Public Works, LIPW, the Ghana School Feeding Program, GSFP, the National Health Insurance Scheme, NHIS, and the Capitation Grant. Prior to this, however, the Government of Ghana in 2011 launched the LIPW under the Ghana Social Opportunities Project, GSOP, with funding from the World Bank. The key objective of the LIPW program is to create employment and income-earning opportunities for extremely poor persons through their participation in public works programs such as rural feeder roads and small earth dam rehabilitation and construction, and climate change mitigation and biodiversity conservation activities. A major concern in the delivery of the LIPW, which has been implemented mainly as a cash for work program, was ascertaining whether indeed the earnings really ended up in the pockets of the legitimate beneficiaries. This has been a concern of social protection programs globally.
In the past, we were doing manual payments, but we noted that it was fraught with many challenges, and so we had to find a better way of dealing with the situation.
To address this concern, an electronic payment system was introduced in 2014, where beneficiary earnings are delivered through a digitized electronic payment platform.
eSwitch is what basically LIPW uses in their day-to-day activities.
In this approach, prior to the commencement of work, eligible beneficiaries are targeted and issued with unique ID numbers. They are then registered biometrically by capturing each person's fingerprints and other biodata, after which they are issued with an electronic smart card or eSwitch card as a means of accessing their earnings. During the field work sessions, data on beneficiaries' participation in the works is captured at the various sites by persons designated as community facilitators using a work attendance sheet, and at the end of each 28-day work cycle, the community facilitators transmit the data to the implementing district assemblies, where it is reviewed and uploaded into the Project Management Information System or MIS database. Once uploaded, the data is delivered to the Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement System (GIPS), who in turn review this data and load the smart cards of beneficiaries with the wage entitlements. GIPS then sends an advice to relevant participating financial institutions (PFIs), who consequently move into the communities to provide cash-out services to beneficiaries. During LIPW cash-out sessions, each beneficiary is validated through his or her fingerprint before payment.
Instead of using your name to be paid to, we use your eSwitch card as a key field. And your eSwitch card, in order to obtain one, you must have a fingerprint. So it's linked to your fingerprint. So although you are paying to an eSwitch card, you are actually paying to a fingerprint. So someone who exists and is unique. So if I have to make payments to you, I can only make payments to you, and you are the only one who can also have access to it.
The benefits of the electronic payment system are numerous and tangible. They are as follows. The migration to e-payment in LIPW delivery has to a large extent eliminated the phenomenon of ghost names. E-payment under the LIPW program again protects the integrity of targeting, as only persons who were originally issued with eSwitch cards are eligible for payments. It also eliminates the possibility of impersonation, as no one can work on behalf of a legitimate beneficiary or receive payment on their behalf with or without their consent. Persons whose names are not on the daily attendance sheet or dash cannot show up to work and expect to be marked.
Normally, I think they were doing the payments manually, but now it is electronic, which means that nobody can impersonate the other to take money from the card.
The LIPW e-payment process has also led to an improvement in the time of payment, as beneficiaries now receive their earnings in a much faster time frame than was the case during the previous manual payment regime. The process has also to a large extent dealt with the incidence of rent-seeking by third parties, who may want to take commissions for assisting beneficiaries to receive their earnings. Electronic payment also encourages a culture of savings among beneficiaries.
What we also do is we educate the beneficiaries as to what else they can do with the card, because this is not just a payment card. You can also use it to purchase. Then there's even a savings wallet on the card. If going forward they decide that they were not going to take all their money, or they want to save it for a particular purpose, they can still keep it on the card at an interest.
Another important feature of the LIPW e-payment system is the opportunity it presents to beneficiaries who may have missed a payment session to walk to the nearest pay point to cash their earnings.
The payment system is very good because we use e-switch. So if they even come here or not there, you can use it and get the money from any of the banks.
The employment of an electronic payment system under the Labour-Intensive Public Works Programme is the first step towards financial inclusion for the poor beneficiaries, who hitherto may not have had any experience in participating in a bank transaction. It also feeds into the country's aspirations towards effecting all government transactions through electronic means in the medium to long term. This will reduce the cost to the national coffers of minting money. It is beyond dispute that the introduction of the e-payment system has enhanced the credibility of the labour-intensive public works in the eyes of the beneficiaries and contributed to its success as a social protection measure.